Hi everybody, welcome to day 2 of Quarantine Travel Tech Review. Today I'm going to go over a couple items that I travel with all the time now, and it makes my life so much more organized, I guess, and a lot less weight and a lot less crap to carry. So today I'm going to go over a couple different power adapters, because I'm from the US, so we have the 2-prong, and over here in Bahrain they actually have a 3-prong, and it's kind of like the European version. So what I did was I picked up a couple of adapters. I've had this guy here for probably 12-15 years. It's pretty good. It's a Taurus, and what it does is it's all stacked together. Pull it apart, you got all the different adapters for the different countries, and so it snaps together. Nice little package, works great. But I actually misplaced it on one of my trips, so I had to pick up another one, so I have 2. So this one here works awesome. I picked it up at the airport, I think in Seattle, and this sucker was $49.95, $50. This one does all the different country prongs, the 3, the 2, the whatever, and it also gives you 3 USB plug-ins and a USB-C plug-in, which this one here does not. This is strictly for plugs. So if you have one of these plugs, it would have to plug into here, and then you'd put your USB cord to your iPhone or your iPad or whatever you want to use. So that's kind of why I had to buy this thing. So that's that setup. So let me show you the Canex Go Power International USB-C Travel Adapter with three USB and 1 USB-C plugins. Let's see, I don't know if you can see the different configurations that are around the world. This is what we're using here in Bahrain. Works great. And what it does is it has these little sliders here. Let's see, there we go. You can close that, and you close this little flapper, and so that's the package. That's all you need to carry with. I kept the packaging because I was going to do a review and I wanted to show you what it looked like on the outside. Now I can get rid of that, don't have to lug that around everywhere. So the way this thing works is EU, so you slide, oh, that's the EU, that's this plug here. So I think I had that when I was in France, maybe. I don't remember now. But we'll slide that back in. We're going to go to UK. So you got this guy, this little tab pops up and plugs in. On the bottom here is the USB-C port, charging port, and then the 3 normal USBs. One thing to remember when you have these adapters, one thing that you really have to remember when you're going overseas or to a different place, make sure that whatever you plug into here is the right voltage. So I don't know, I'm not going to say any names or rat myself out, but the last time I was over here, I plugged this guy in the wall, plugged in it wasn't an Apple charger, but it was a 2-prong US adapter. Well, actually it wasn't an adapter, it was just a plug. Plugged it in, plugged it in the wall, and bzzz, fried it. So you got to remember that to look at on the actual the plug itself, they always have what kind of a voltage. So this one is 110, 220, so this is fine over here if I just plug it in the wall. But if you have like a Razor or I don't know, what did I use? I had an extension cord, I think, with the USB chargers on it, and when I plugged it in, it fried it. So remember, double check the actual component that you're plugging in. If it's 110 to 220, then it's fine. If it's straight 110, make sure you don't plug it in at 220, you'll fry it. So yeah, so these are the two plugs that I carry with me everywhere now in case I lose one, or actually I'm using both because I have one over by the bed and I have my iPhone plugged into it. And then I have another one over here that the computer's plugged into it. So my Apple charger goes in here, like that. And then on the bottom, I have my charger for my watch, my, I already forgot what this thing is, my Phoenix 6X, so I have to have a separate charger for that thing. And the second cool thing that I always carry now, and I actually carry two of them, are these cords. So these guys would plug in here, like so. And what it is this expandable charging cable, and it has all the, I don't know if it's focusing, yeah, all the different charging ports. So there's two USB-C, or two micro USBs, a USB-C, and a Lightning for your iPhone or your AirPods. So I have two of these things, and I have plugged in one over by the bed and one over by the computer. And so I can charge up everything from the Sony earbuds, the Apple earbuds, all at the same time too, which is pretty cool. I can charge up the GoPro with the same thing, and obviously the iPhone plugs in. So these things are super convenient because you don't have a whole buttload of cords, and they extend out, and it's nice and neat. Something my wife would really appreciate. Okay, the last thing I want to show you today are the two different noise canceling headphone options that I use when I travel. Because the flights I've been taking, the last time it took me 40 hours to get home. It's taken 24 hours before, it's taken 30 hours before. And the in-ear plugs, after a while your ear starts getting really sore. The ones on the outside, same deal. So what I did was I got both sets. So, and they're both Sony. So they have some crazy numbering system. I'll remember this is like the 2000 and this is the 3000 or something. But I will put it right up here, the names of each one of them. So the over the ear comes in this cool little pouch. It is kind of bulky, but almost all of the over ears come in something this size. And I put that on there just for the heck of it. Anyway, so inside, you open it up and they fold in just like all the other ones, the bows and whatnot. Nice little directions on how to put it in there. They open up. And these things work really great. And then there's a left and a right, obviously. And that's how they look. Oh, I can't hear anything. So it does have noise canceling, obviously, for the airplane. What else does it do? Well, it's kind of cool that you can change the volume on your iPad if you're watching movies on your iPad. So it's you can swipe up and swipe down. If you hold it, it turns the noise canceling off, and now you have the ambient, so you can actually talk to the flight attendant and tell her you want a rum and coke or Jack and Coke or whatever you want. These days it seems like it's water with ice or water with no ice. So you take it off and boop, it goes back into noise canceling. There's an app, obviously, because almost all these things have firmware updates, and you can change some of the settings on it. So yeah, they're very light, very comfortable, quite pricey. I'll put the price up here. how much they're going for on Amazon these days. So that's the Sony over the ear. And then I also have Sony in the ear, and they worked so well that I ended up buying my wife some. We had a slight accident wearing masks on a flight. When she pulled the mask off, boop, the little earbud went flying. We never found it. We looked all over that airplane. It was like we were tearing that thing apart. It's like it can only go 4 feet around us, and we never found that thing. So I have to buy another one. So what it does is it opens up, fairly simple. Pull these guys out, and this is a charging station, so I don't know, I'll put it up here, how many hours you get out of this thing after you plug it back in once these things die. But these are labeled, obviously. You have a right and a left, and you plug them in and kind of screw it in a little bit. And that's how they sit. So these are noise canceling, and they work just like the over the ears where you tap them and they do different things. Oh, it's actually, I just turned on my iPhone. Yeah, these are like super lightweight, don't take up hardly any room. So if that's one of the requirements, is to keep your bag to a minimum amount of stuff, I would definitely go with this setup here. The only thing is, if you get on a flight that has its own screen, you'll have to get a little Wi-Fi adapter, or is it Bluetooth? I can't remember. And I actually have one of those somewhere, probably in my bag, that you plug into the console in front of you on the airplane, and it broadcasts to your wireless headset. So you can actually watch videos on the airplane using your earbuds. And my brother turned me onto that. Thanks, Todd. With the over the ear, they come, you can do the same thing, or you just use the cable. Plug it in here, plug it into the airplane. So I've been on both flights where they have the big screens already built in, and then you got to plug in or hook it, that little Wi-Fi thing, or the ones that don't have any of that, and you have to provide your own entertainment with an iPad, iPhone, or Android, whatever, and then you just wirelessly watch with these things. So yeah, those are the things I usually travel with now. So we've got the adapters. Remember, if it's only a 110 item, don't plug it in over here in a 220, you'll fry it. These don't convert, they're just adapters. The multi-charging cable that retracts, these things are awesome. And the 2 different types of noise canceling that you can pick up and utilize on the airplanes, or sitting on layovers at the airport for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, I'm not a fond of traveling anymore. I've had I'm probably over 1 million miles easily with different airlines, and I think I've hit all the continents except Africa now, including, I even went to Antarctica, so I got pretty lucky. Well, that's going to be it for today's Tech Tuesday. So hit that like and subscribe. I'm just starting out with this channel, and I'm going to try and get better and better. The more time in front of the camera, I'll get more comfortable and better on the editing, and show some more cool tech and some more sightseeing. So right now I'm in Bahrain, and I'll stick a little something on the very end here so you can see my view in quarantine. All right, till next time, bye for now. I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold.